Hola, beautiful soul. Hello and welcome to this week's episode of Reality Unlimited podcast. I am Rish, your host and manifestation coach. Today, as you can see, I am in this beautiful valley of Pisac in Peru. Let's start this podcast. And before we start, I would like to remind you first to pause and subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed, if you're coming for the first time, on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts, on YouTube, whatever is your choice of platform, because it's a new podcast and I really want everyone who likes what I share to get the reminder for each podcast episode and be updated on the wisdom that's being shared by me or the guest that would be coming here. So please subscribe to the podcast and let's grow this together and spread the wisdom of conscious manifestation. And if you want to go deeper into conscious manifestation and want to do one-on-one work, I have a few containers open. You can reach out to me and we can explore together if that's right for you. And it's a very intimate and powerful container. So it's only for those who really want to go full on in conscious manifestation and find their soul purpose, who are done with living from the logical mind and want to now live from their higher self and manifest their true desires and become the version that they're here to become. So if it's you, reach out and we can talk about that. So yeah, let's begin the episode. So we have been taught to plan it out, make the action plan, then take the steps to reach from point A to point B. However, what if the manifestation is the other way around? It's from point B to point A. Yeah, that is the paradox that I want to share with you today. And when you start learning how to embody point B and then move from point A, you'll see that your whole paradigm, your whole outlook of manifestation, of achieving your goals will shift, because you'll start seeing the experiences coming much effortlessly to you, and it was never meant to be difficult in the first place. So let's dive deeper into this topic. So a lot of you must be already deep into personal growth, and probably you have heard about human design. What human design shares is that this body, which is also the unconscious mind, is the vehicle. And then we have the higher mind, which is the driver. And that is the one driving us in this life. And the logical mind has no role in between. It is there to act as a servant, let's say, and you can simply live from your higher mind. Logical mind, they say, has no role in the direction of your life, because it's already decided by our higher self. So now if you see that we are mostly trying to get from point A to point B by using our logical mind, and the logic only knows your past. It does not know anything about what's going to come in the future, let alone planning the steps from that information. So when you are planning your goals from the logical mind, what really happens is you are creating from a very limited space that only knows how to create steps from your past experience. So if you are planning from a place which is the recycled information of the past, that means that there would be a lot of copy paste happening in how the steps are taken. But if you see, the innovation does not come from the logical mind, because logic only knows what's in the past. And in order to innovate something, just like how you're always innovating your future self, you have to tap into your higher mind. And that's the field. That is where the ideas come from, where something new comes from. So the logic tries to plan from the safety and security of the past and then predict the future from there. But your higher consciousness already holds each and every version of you, waiting for you to access that version so you can receive the information and then bring that in your physical reality. For example, if you want to speak on a stage, and I'll take my example. The first stage talk that I gave on a world stage was nerve-wracking for me because before that, I did not have any experience to even speak on local stages, except that I learned public speaking. And when I got the opportunity, that was my true desire, that my heart telling me this is the stage for you. And I was already manifestation coach at that time, so I knew how to tap into that version of myself and receive the information. As I did that, I already felt myself on that stage. I already received the message I am going to speak. And I also started embodying that version over and over by using the tools. And the more I do that, the more comfortable I become in speaking on that stage, because what's happening is that in my body, in my mind, in my spirit, I'm already becoming that version. So I'm already in point B before physically going there. First thing that's happening is I'm receiving the information to prepare for that speech, but also my nerves are getting lowered down and my confidence is getting higher, because if I've already become that version, what's there to fear? If I am already on the stage and I have given the speech, what's there to be afraid of? So that first speech I gave was very interesting because as my name was announced and I stood on the stage, it felt so comfortable. And as I shared my speech with those amazing souls from all over the globe, I was feeling so comfortable and natural within myself, as if it's a flow. There's no preparation happening here. There's no trying to make it happen because I have embodied the energy. And that's something now I do in my manifestations, but also in some things that are new to me. For example, starting a podcast and sharing the topics on the screen. I'm not very natural at it, but I would embody that energy first, and I will also receive the topic for that day. I'll also receive the structure for that day, and I'll also receive the confidence because I am not going from point A to point B. I am going from point B to point A, or you can also say point B to point B. So I want you to understand that all the quantum possibilities of the versions of you exist in the quantum field, in the universal field. This is the principle we share in quantum jumping too, that you can jump into those possibilities of yourself. But that's something advanced. Let's stick to connecting with that version and accessing information from that version. So when you tune into that version in point B, where you are desiring to be, the version that you are desiring to become, you get to access the information and the wisdom from that version. And at first, it would be difficult because there would be a lot of blocks, a lot of limiting belief that would hold you back from becoming that version, which say that you're not worthy of that version. Who do you think you are? And stop fooling yourself. But those are the blocks that you and I and every one of us have gathered in this lifetime. So the main work becomes to release the blocks. And when you release those blocks, you get to be more and more free in your unlimited nature, more free to dream the dreams that are put in your heart. You get to be more courageous to not only dream those dreams, but also access those versions of you that are waiting for you to connect with them. And therefore, the second step comes to release the blocks. And as you do that, you get to connect with the versions of you effortlessly and easily. This is how you bridge realities, through energy first, action second. So I want to share with you some embodiment practices, because the shift is not mental, it's not happening in your logical mind, it's energetic. So the tools that have helped me and all of my clients, so first is being really present with yourself and tuning inward to access the voice, the silent or close to silent voice that's speaking with you. So the first step is presence and silence. The second is breath work. You can do different types of breath work. There are a lot of different modalities that are present, so you can choose what you want to do. Then meditation, body awareness. It could be as simple as what it wants to eat in any given moment, because every moment the body's intelligence is speaking with you. And there are many other tools that you can choose to use to be more present and connect with your higher self, to connect with your quantum possibility in the future. These tools would help you to open up your nervous system, to then hold higher frequencies, to then hold the energy and the light that your future self embodies. Because you can connect with those versions, but if your body cannot hold that frequency, it cannot hold that much power, it's not going to be anchored in your 3D reality. So make sure you're doing the work of the energy as well as the body. As your embodiment becomes effortless, you'll see that anything that you do would come from the place of point B to B and not from point A to B. You will connect with the energy first, and that energy will start talking to you, and the manifestations become effortless. The process becomes so much fun because you're not trying to do something in order to please someone. You are simply being, and things are showing up for you because you have become that version first. And that's the beauty of this work, because once your focus shifts from becoming that version, you'll see that, of course, there are benefits of manifestation, but also you'll start feeling much whole and complete in your being, because you won't be striving for that goal, because you have become that version that is already living with that goal, and goals will show up faster, as well as the process becomes more fun and effortless for you. I would like to now close this episode by sharing with you every version of you already exists. The work is to feel which one are you ready to meet. Thank you for tuning in till the end of this episode, and I truly appreciate you. Please feel free to share this with your friends and family that you feel will benefit from this episode, and continue practicing the tools, the embodiment practices, and the wisdom that's shared in Reality Unlimited. I'm sure it will help you get closer to the version of you that is the creator of its reality. I'll see you next week with a different topic, going deeper into conscious manifestation, and let's keep on creating magic together. Have a beautiful week ahead, and see you soon. Much love. Take care.